this thing working? Anyway, hey everybody, it's Jeff from VW Bricks. I have a different camera angle, so it's usually a little higher. So if I'm not quite looking at the camera, you might see a little more side profile, but you know why. I'm trying a camera. It's basically, I was going to turn the camera so you can see it, but it's kind of offset from my computer. But it's on an arm, so now I can, near and far me. Anyways, hello everybody. Seeing if anybody's online yet. 3 people watching already. Cool. All right. Hopefully some others will join in shortly. I know David Sincere is usually putting his kid to bed around this time, so hopefully he'll join us. I'm not sure about others, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, hello. It's episode 82. This idea came up from David Sincere about has our current economic situation affected our Lego spending? Probably should, but it hasn't. Well, anyway, we'll talk about it later. Hey, Battery Powered Bricks, welcome. Good to see you here. So yeah, we're I need to shave, just realized. Anyway, I got a Lego order in today. The 40% off, what's the proper name? Fab 5 lot from Queer Eye. Hey sis, Yvonne's here too. Castle, because, well, I mean, it's a 4+ castle, but it's got Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Daisy and castle stuff, so I had to buy it. And it's 4+, so I can still build it because I'm plus in many respects. I basically ordered those so I could get the current gift for purchase, the Ray Castaway gift that was designed, I believe, as a Lego Ideas type design. It doesn't actually say that on here, but I thought it was. Maybe I could be wrong. And it also came with a little VIP gift bag because I'm a VIP person. That's a bunch of Halloween stuffs. So I have this on the screen right here just so that it's not all me, because that's just too much. And I'm representing the Canadian flag up here. Yeah, anyway, just because I help out on Fazoom's channel on Thursday night talking about Lego Masters, which is airing right now. So if you guys are watching this instead of that, why? You can come back and watch us. Anyways, I have a bright idea. Turn that on. A little better light. Anyway, like I said, hopefully others will join shortly. If not, might be a shorter chat. We'll see what happens. We play it by the ear because, we have a production schedule and stuff, which we don't. So bit of a busy week. Ordered parts, ordered sets. I ordered parts too, and I'm getting some parts shipped in shortly, which is going to be nice. As in, I had a Lego order from their Bricks and Pieces that takes about 30-ish days to fill. I think mine was filled in about 22 days, which it's improving. It used to be longer, and they're in the mail, so hopefully I get those by the end of the weekend, or by the weekend. Which is a few little projects, to work on a few little projects, my minifigure stand, and finishing my small my small but expensive little castle army. These are the guys that came in the Lego store, Bricks and Pieces stuff. Speaking of people popping in, let's go back to this view now. Hey, welcome.
Hey,
how are you?
Good.
Eric Smith has joined us as well. As I said, Yvonne's here, and we got Battery Powered Bricks as well. So, welcome everybody.
Hi everybody.
Yeah, Lego, small but expensive. Exactly. I was just saying that my Bricks and Pieces order should hopefully get here by the end of the week. The 22-day order one, and I was showing those knights because I basically bought helmets and pants for all those knight torsos. Got a couple of different helmets and stuff. I was going to get shields today, but they're expensive, the Black Falcon shields. I think they're like over $1 Canadian. I think $1.40 Canadian. And I had them on the order today because I did place an order today, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Because of something we saw I found and then passed around to a few people in our internal chat, and I think a few other people may have ordered stuff. I'm not 100% sure, but there's definitely a temptation to. But anyway, Steve Weiser, I've not purchased any Lego since last year, except for with the exception of Brick Designer Retro, Bowling Alley, And lots of parts. Yeah. I'd like to say I've stopped buying sets as much. I'd like to say that. When a gift with purchase comes out,
That would
I
be
have
a lie. That would be a lie.
I would say I've cut back. I don't buy as many as I used to. And that's not economic wise. That's just like I have a whole shelf up here of stuff that I bought during COVID that it's like, oh, I want to build that at some point. And then I get down here one day and I'm like, oh, I want to build something. And I walk back and forth along this shelf going, meh, 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 meh. Because nothing compares to, some of the other stuff that's out, or I don't know. So, but I do have a goal. I want to try and clear that shelf off a little bit, which right now I'm building sets, looking at them, saying, "Oh, that's nice," and then I'm throwing them into this bin right here. Yeah, close enough. That bin, a bin over here, which is just to be taken apart and sorted into the collection. So, I build it. If I don't like, if I'm like, yeah, that was fun, I just throw it away. But anyway, how are you doing, Dave?
Good. Bit tired, but good.
Third Galaxy Explorer was the last thing you bought. Yeah, I can't say that. I spent the weekend sorting out. I had that big pile of sets behind me a couple of weeks ago that I bought for my Lego store, and I bought that. I'm just reading something here. Sorry. I bought that, and I spent the weekend basically sorting it out. My kid helped me part it into the individual pieces, and then I actually added it to my store over the weekend and played with Brickstore, which is an app for Windows app to allow you to
upload your parts to
load your parts and stuff. My issue is it doesn't work as well for me because I technically have 3 stores in my one. Because I have Dave's parts and I have Janie's parts Janie's parts, Dave's instructions, my stuff, and I was trying to do the consolidation thing, which ended up merging my parts with Janie's instead of mine, even though I was trying to figure it out. Anyway, it's a bit of a mess, and I'm still working on it. But yeah, I might have to remove a bunch of parts, like remove Janie's, consolidate mine in, and then put them back or something. I don't know. Anyways, Axel Plate has joined us as well. Steve's saying he's got several other modulars that need to be built. Bought them 2 years ago. I will not wait with a modular. When a modular comes out, I build it as quickly as I have time for.
Because Jeff is a completist.
I am, yeah. But you know what? It's funny because the Sanctum Sanctorum is technically modular. The Daily Bugle is technically a modular because it has the connections. And I haven't bought either. I do want to buy the Sanctorum, but that's just because I think it's also a cool looking building. But I don't know. I'd like to build it to put it in with the modulars, but it's not necessary. Come January when
they're quite expensive.
Yeah.
They're quite expensive.
Yeah.
Except for the Sanctum Sanctorum, I think it's quite affordable.
Yeah.
I think it's around 300 if I remember correctly.
Yeah, okay.
350 maybe.
Well, I can look it up. I've got it right here. I'm not sure in that, but Sanctum, let's see. 309.
See?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Oops, I just minimized the window. Mental note, when you're having a chat, don't minimize your chat window because then you can't see what's going on. Oh, Shane's stuck at work again. Sorry to hear that, bud. Yeah, this is true. Work equals money equals Lego. But you can't get the Sanctum this month. Probably only getting
hard for your Lego. So hard for your Lego.
I don't think we get dinged for that. Dave singing alone is just anyway. So what have you been doing in the Lego world?
I've placed an order in the Bricklink store.
Ooh, yes, did you?
Yes, on Tuesday. Because they were offering free shipping.
One free shipping American, one free shipping Canadian. Yeah. That was.
So yeah, I placed an order in Jeff's store. So
yeah, which I shipped out last night. That was a bit of a hassle though because I got to the post office and I had to sign up. I got there at about 6:45. No, it was about 6:30, and had to sign up. Closed till 7:05 for dinner break. I'm like, so I grabbed some groceries and then I got back and it was still like 6:50, And I'm like, okay, fine. You know what? There's another Canada Post, like Shoppers Drug Mart Canada Post, a kilometer up the road. I'll drive up there. I got up there, closed till 7:15 for dinner. I'm like, so I turned around and went back to the original one, and I saw the postal worker who's also one of the head cashiers. So she was dealing with something at the front desk. So I got there and I still had to wait. But anyway, I got to do it.
Well, you can just drop your package in the postal box.
Yes, but I also want them to scan it because then I know it's in the system for sure. Because as soon as I scan it, it gets in the system. And I've had people that don't scan it. So, and I also had something that was like it was higher than the 219 stamp. It was like a $3.60 order. So I had to get that. I had to pay for that one anyhow. But yeah,
because if it fits in the postal box, you can just put it in the postal box.
Yeah,
it will get there.
Yeah, for sure. But so yeah, that the reason why you got free shipping was because I've been using Bricklink for a while. I signed up for the business account at Canada Post, which is free. It's a small business account. It gives you a slight discount on shipping, which is great.
Yeah, and you don't have to prove anything. You don't have to
just
take out your letters that your company or if you own a Bricklink store, it's a great way to get some discounts on your shipping.
Yeah, and so one of the perks they have is in October. They used to have every Tuesday in October you could ship something through within Canada, a parcel within Canada, like just a regular size parcel. It's under 5 kilograms or something like that. I forgot what the weight is, but you can ship it basically for free to one person 4 times during the month in October. So I was like, okay, cool. So I was doing that. When I'd have an order come in, sometimes I would just give the person free shipping. Actually, most of the times I would do that. This week, I actually the guy had already paid me for a US one because this month, Canada Post has opened it up to one US shipping as well.
And it was you get one free shipping in Canada and one free shipping in the US.
Yeah, every Tuesday for the whole month. So the dude from the US had already paid me, and I hadn't charged him for tracking because I usually just do the small packet. And after he had paid me, he's like, "Oh, what's the tracking number?" And I'm like, "Oh crap!" I'm like, "Well, you didn't ask for one." I was going to reply back, "You didn't ask for one," but then I'm like, you know what? I've got a coupon that can upgrade to tracking. That can give you tracking, so I'll use that for you. And so I just did that. I mean, technically, it's I don't know. As a seller, do you give them free shipping? Do you not give them free shipping? Like, do you just I don't know which way to go. I feel bad sometimes, but that's why I put into our group yesterday, hey, I've got a free shipping for Canada, and it's for the rest of the next 3 weeks too. So if one of our Canadian friends wants it or American friends wants it, I'll gladly use it on them, type thing, right?
Well, you could just if you want, you could just post in the Bricklink forums that you have a coupon.
Yeah.
And just give away that coupon for the free shipping.
Yeah, the problem is if you get like 3 or 4 people ordering, then it's like first come first serve. But then I also
orders. Well, you just give away one coupon.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that person orders,
I would probably do it.
If they don't,
I would probably do it on the Canadian Bricklink sellers Facebook page instead, because then at least I know I'm getting Canadians and people that are in that group type thing. So I might do that next week. What I might also do is if I get an order in between like Saturday till Tuesday, then I would just do the free shipping for that one. I'll just hold it back or something like that. But anyways, logistics. And I offered it to you guys because I had no shipments to send out yesterday that were letter mail or that were parcel. Everything was letter mail, and I'm not gonna for $3.60 I can ship something out, or I can ship it for free as a parcel. It's like, no, I'd rather just send it in for $3.60, right?
Yep.
But
especially if you already bought the stamps and you already have the envelopes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I do.
Yeah, well, I use bubble. This is a parcel, and I use bubble mailer for everything, pretty much. So, oh yeah, you use boxes. Oh, you got a box of bubble mailers. See, I don't use Canada Post ones because I find them too expensive.
Yeah, but they were not that expensive when I bought them. And I bought them through the Canada Post website during COVID and the lockdown. So it was pretty much the only way to go. Yeah. And I got as you can see, I got a big box of 25. So, and I got a bunch of stamps too.
Yeah.
Already. So I just had to fill the envelope out
Drop it
and
in the
put it in
mailbox.
drop it in the mailbox. Don't
Yeah.
even have to go to the
Yeah,
postal office. So
yeah. So, but yeah. So, Lego wise, did you do something Lego wise? You said you got a
I
package.
didn't build anything. I'm
No.
trying to clean up. Actually, I'm trying to clean up my desk right here because this is actually my work desk, but I have a lot of Lego pieces lying around for some reason. I don't know, and so I'm trying to do a little bit of sorting and cleaning up because I want to set up my actual computer
Yeah. Okay.
besides my work computer, so I can
Have no
try
computer
with
test
it.
space at all, basically.
Why am I dressed like a Red Spaceman?
Well, you technically have a spaceman on your shirt, and you got the classic space helmet on. So
Yes.
pretty much.
Well, I wanted to I wanted to dress up for the show.
Yeah. Beware, this is not the real Haven. Uh,
Well, yeah, I want to clean up because I have some ideas for some mocks that I want to put out, but you need to
you
clean
need
a little
space.
bit
You
because
you 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 need space.
I need space.
Yeah, in more ways than one.
And when you clean up, you get space. You find the pieces that you already bought or already ordered. Because I
Yeah,
got a big cardboard box over here that of Brinkley orders, bricks and pieces order that I sorted out into tiny bags, but I haven't sorted it into my collection yet. So,
yeah. So, before we get into news and stuff, I want
but
to talk about.
but
Oh,
to give
yeah.
you a hint, I've been looking through the Facebook group that's called the Space Police Force.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that one.
So, and it's all Space Police, mostly Space Police 1 mocks, but
Okay.
some people do Space Police 2.
Hmm.
Um, I have almost all the sets from Space Police 2 line, but none of the Space Police 1 line.
Okay.
So I'm tempted to try my hand at building a Space Police 1
That'd be
mock.
cool. That'd be cool. That also explains the trans red and trans green parts you ordered from my store.
Yes.
That makes sense. I was like, why are you ordering those ones? And the funny thing was, I added those parts to my store this weekend. I'd gotten
Oh,
a
cool.
couple of the creator translucent brick boxes that they had. I forget what they were actually called, but then I had a bunch of trans pieces in it, and I'm like, oh, I wonder how long these will last. And then you placed your order, and you bought a bunch of my new parts, which was awesome, right? At least they're going
Yep.
quick. Um,
Yeah, that's exactly why I got the trans red parts because
yes.
I want to do a Space Police 1 mock. So
Right.
you have to. It's got to be blue. It's got to be black, and it's got to be trans red. So
Yeah. Axel's asking if you'd gotten all. Are you trying to get all the space sets?
I
Is this
wish I could.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I already have most of the classic space sets.
Yeah.
I think I'm missing one or two, and the one I don't want to get is the ugly duckling, the combined
Mm.
space set that I don't remember the
Yeah.
number, but
Yeah.
I'm not getting that set. Neither is Dave, by the way, so
Yeah.
we're both on the same page on that one. It's not a classic space set.
Not worth it.
So I'm not getting that one, but I have almost all this classic space set. I have almost all of the Space Police 2 sets. I think I'm
Yeah.
missing one. I have all the the Alien Conquest sets. I have all the Galaxy, the Galaxy, no, not Galaxy Quest. It was Galaxy, the latest one.
Oh, the orange and white ones.
Yeah,
Trains orange and white. Yeah, I forget what they're called.
Galaxy.
Command? No,
No,
I don't remember what they're called. But
I don't remember. And I do have most of the Space Police 3 sets also. So I'm
okay.
missing one or two in that line also. So yeah, and the ones I'm missing out are Mtrons, because I had a bunch of Mtrons, but I sold them out because I wasn't interested in the line. I don't have any excellent insectoids because insectoids is just crap. Sorry, Dave.
Oh, what happened to Dave? He just disappeared. Mtron? What? Huh? No, anyway.
No, I
Mtron
wasn't
is
interested
awesome.
at the time. Now I regret selling them
Fair enough.
because, but at the time I wanted more classic space sets, and they
Yeah.
were. I got a lot of money for my Mtron sets that I didn't pay that much for. So
Yeah, but if you were to try and get them now, they'd be even more.
yeah.
So, in hindsight, yeah.
Same for my classic space sets. I got a lot of great sets for not a lot of bucks, and now if I wanted to get the same sets, that would be quite expensive. So yeah, and I do have also I think quite a few of the Mars mission sets, but not all of them. I'm missing my the crystal this crystal crusher or I don't the MT51 crystal
Okay.
thing.
We can probably
That's on my bucket list actually.
Yeah.
Of the sets, one of the sets that I do want to get eventually, but it's expensive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's crazy how much things are, right? Like when you start looking at it.
All the vintage space sets have taken a lot of value in, I would say, the last 5 years. I don't know why.
Well, because they're because more people are coming in. Like all the people that have come in during COVID, they were people that were probably collecting those when they were kids or wanted them when they were kids, right? Or at least more in the case. So you're just getting people are like, oh, I want the sets for my child.
To give you an example, I did get the Galaxy Commander set, one of the big classic space set. Yeah. Actually, it's the biggest classic space set that was ever made before the new Galaxy Explorer in terms of pieces. And I got it for like $100 back in the days. And now you can get one for lower than $250. So
Axel made a comment here. Doesn't that go for all old sets? If you sold them now, you get much more than 10 years ago. Chima, not so much.
No.
That's the only one I can think of offhand. But
and even the town sets, they don't appreciate in value as much as the space sets do.
Yeah. No, it's true.
And it's weird because the city sets are actually more popular than the space sets.
Yeah, but it's because they release city sets every few years, right? So you're always going to be able to get a police car or whatever. And like, do you really want any of the only sets I would want from maybe the town series back when I was younger was like the monorail, airport, the airport sets I always loved, and the cargo center, which I had. But I wanted to get the other vehicles that went with that cargo center because there was a few other sets that went with it and stuff. But for the most part, towns just like, oh, more police cars, fire cars, ambulances, things like that, right?
Yep.
So,
but you're not gonna get a new mission commander every year.
No, exactly. I did finish this guy on Monday's Fazoom's Monday chat, and I just fixed up the rear end. Although I need to add a little more detail in there. But I got like the hitch part finished. So this is pretty much finished. So I'm happy with that.
So now are you going to do the trailer part or?
I will do the trailer. And I also want to do this is a class C, I think it is, vehicle. And then I want to do the class A and class B ones, which are they're actually bigger. They are more like a transport truck versus this is like in my head, a van or a lorry type thing. If you were talking, English terms. So yeah, that's on the list at some point to do. But and I also have 8 of the ships now, the little scale model ships. So at some point I'll try and build a few of those. Maybe the ones that Chris hasn't gotten to yet. We'll see. Because I don't want to step on his toes. But
or you could like organize a hangar together.
Well, yeah, this is true. And that's kind of an interesting segue because I'm going to jump over to that video that we were watching this morning. I'm just going to pop that up here because this is what got us start thinking about stuff. I've muted it and I'm only going to show a few seconds of it. But yeah. So this is from I think it was the Brickish show in England on the weekend, or in the past few weekends. It was at a Steam museum that happened. High Tea Toys posted this on YouTube, and I follow her, and I saw it, and I was just watching it in the background, and then they got into she started talking about these cats, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of funny. And then the next thing that came up when I looked up to see the cats was this.
Ooh.
And I'm like, what is that? And then I'm like, wait, that's Duplo track. I think she'll scale. She goes over to it one more time here. And there's a blue piece in there, and there's green, and I was like, wait, what is that? And I realized, let's just go back a couple of seconds here. I realized it is Duplo. You can see it's a Duplo track there, and it's very well greebled and stuff. And I'm like, they made Duplo track in green, and that just started. Yeah, Joanna, High Tea Toys. Sorry, I couldn't think of her name, Axel. And that just started a conversation because I posted this clip on our group. And
you actually posted the picture first.
I posted the picture first, and then I posted the video because I was like, oh, maybe people actually want to see the video. Because a few seconds later, it's they show some Tim Goddard stuff. I don't know if this is Tim's stuff, but literally a few moments later, where is it? Yeah, I think this is definitely Tim's stuff.
That's Tim, because I saw it on Flickr, and that's definitely Tim's.
Yeah. So, but I don't
know the first one is. It could be because he's that innovative.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and this actually is one of the reasons why I follow her too, because she is Dutch originally and stuff, and lives in England. Show the trains. I'm not going to show the whole video, bud. But if we had the time and I didn't want to get copyright stuff, anyway. Not that we'd get copyright, but you know what I mean. So yeah, but that just got us digging into trains. It's like, when did that great track come out? And
Jeff started posting, well, they were made in 2018, and I was on the Lego website at that time, and they're still out. You can still buy them directly from Lego.
Yeah, which I was totally surprised of. And then we saw there's a big creator or a big Lego education set that's $200 and almost $300, I think it was, that came with all the parts you need. And it to be said, it's also an intelligent train. It's like the old Intelli train from the late 90s, I think it was, that it came out. Dave, I think, had one. Cowdice had one, and it was ugly. But this one is basically just a little tiny train base. It's like this. Well, it's Duplo scale, but it's like this thick, and it has all the circuitry in there. And it's a completely empty base other than the Duplo stuff.
And it works. And I saw that on the Lego website. It works with an app. You can actually
yes, that too. Did I have it here?
Program the train to do all kind of stuff.
I'm just going to quickly search for it here on.
It's a Duplo app.
Yeah, it's a Duplo Bluetooth app, which I thought was hilarious. Duplo train. Let me share that again. This one. So yeah, like I said, there was the bigger one, which is this guy here, and Dave found a smaller one that was only $80. So it was like, oh, that's not too bad. And it comes with a motor base. At least this one comes with a motor base and a bunch of track. And then I discovered that the track's available.
And that's a big Duplo set.
This is
you get all the parts from that you need in that one.
Yeah, but
you get the cheaper version.
Yeah, so Dave found this one, which is $89. Back ordered. It says we'll ship in 60 days. I ended up ordering it, and it said it would ship on the 28th of December. That is more than 60 days. Just saying. But yeah,
just saying, Lego.
So it's got a little light, like that white strip on the front is a light. It can play music. It's got a green means I forget what green is.
There's a picture. If you scroll down on the picture, there's a picture.
Okay, fine. There's a video for all the actions.
Yep. Play the video.
Hold on. I'm just going to mute it. I never thought I'd be into looking at trains from Lego. I have to say. But
and Duplo trains, nonetheless.
And push and go motor, so I guess it just starts when you push it.
Yeah, you push it and it starts.
Yeah. New action
bricks. And the action bricks there.
And the red one to me looks like a Swiss Army knife. But so yeah, it's reverse direction. I'm not sure what the water one is, but play music, turn on the light, stop. Does it actually show what each function does? Oh yeah, sound, light, stop, reverse,
and they won't show the water one.
Yeah, like the water one make kids will cry. Yeah, and there's the app type of stuff. So water stop at the water tower. Yeah, maybe it makes a water noise or something if there's a water tower. But anyway, so I'm trying to pause it in the chat. That doesn't work. Anyway, nope. So I also discovered that Bricks and Pieces, when you type the set number into the Bricks and Pieces, the track is available. You can get more of those little sensor bars. You can get the train car, the train wagon. You can't get the actual engine. So I ended up placing a Bricks and Pieces order today. Got a few other parts as well, but I got some extra track and stuff. And I was thinking of my cargo hanger. I just have a train car sitting in there. If I can put this track in the bottom of the cargo hanger and make a long cargo hanger, technically I could have cargo containers or something on top of that train, and it could be motorized and
it could just go back and forward.
It can go back and forth, yeah, because it's basically, and it's like I have a streetcar in my train layout. Unfortunately, the track is 8 studs wide. The car base is 8 studs wide. Like the train base is 8 studs wide. So it's a little too big, I think, for city. Although I am going to look into it. But I was like, that would go really well in a lot of different things. Like it could be pretty interesting. So, yeah, it's. I ended up ordering. I think I ordered another 21 pieces of straight track from Bricks and Pieces. So I'd have 24 because they're 8 studs each. No, they're 16 studs each because they're double scale for Duplo. So that would give me like basically 10 or 12 base plates of whatever the number is. I think 12 base plates worth of track to play with. So, but yeah, it was kind of an interesting find, and it led to me spending more money than I should have.
Hence why Jeff is not able to say that he doesn't spend any money on Lego, because he does.
Yeah, well, I did buy a set.
Keep giving them your money.
December.
You keep giving them your money.
So Yvonne, I believe it is the same track you have, because this track's been around since 2003 or 2004. Before that,
they were black. They were black before that.
I think I think they were black. So I did pull up this because I wanted to look at it. This was the old track from 83 to 91.
But it's the same track. It's just a different color.
Is it the same track?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so. But it's black instead of black and dark gray were the other colors, and there is one in trans green for some reason. I'm not sure what that's all about. But the other thing is for modularity, you can have 2 modules sitting side by side, and you don't really have to lock the track together because it's a simple horseshoe type or a simple like Thomas the Tank Engine type connection point, right? So I was thinking, even for putting together modules, it would be really easy to do. That almost looks like it's 3D printed on the side. Weird.
Yep.
It's not, but they have switches and stuff too. Train bridges, the old Duplo cars. So I mean, I'm trying to get to the IntelliTrain because that's what Dave Cowdice had. Oh, that was it there, I think. We'll get a better picture of it though. I think there's another one somewhere. Hold on. Sorry. Let me just go back one more time. That's not it. Let me just see if I can get the picture for that one. So, I mean, yeah, the IntelliTrain was basically an earlier rendition of this, but because the electronics weren't that great, weren't that advanced, it took up a lot more space to build it. This one. Is that the best image, really? That seriously is the only image we have? Okay, let's open up in Bricklink. Maybe they have a better image. Come on, Bricklink. You can do it.
Go Bricklink.
Really? Anyways, so it's basically this whole thing is the controller, or a good portion of this is controller, and that's actually not the IntelliTrain either. So let's just do a quick search here. IntelliTrain. That was actually what it was called.
IntelliTrain.
IntelliTrain.
Looks like the name of a transformer.
And the funny thing was, it was
IntelliTrain transform.
Now that just sounds like Gridlock. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the beast there. It's just butt ugly. But it was a similar idea where it had the pads that had similar pieces on it. But yeah, the track
is actually the same kind of pieces.
Yeah. Hey, Yvonne. Yvonne, I might borrow. I might ask you for that track.
Exchange.
It's not available in dark gray right now. It's only available in light gray. But light gray is what I wanted to use anyhow. But has anybody built a transformer robot that transforms into a train? Probably. Yes. It's not us though.
There were transformers that did transform into a train, and it transformed into a space shuttle too. It was a train one.
Yes, I know. I will definitely give it back to you. But I have the gray ones coming, so that's not a huge deal. But anyway, and Axel's saying we should just stop watching Lego videos because we spend too much money, so I'm going to stop watching now. But Axel, if you don't watch these videos, we don't get to entertained. I mean, what else are we supposed to do during the work hours? I mean, wait, hold on. Yeah, so anyways, I just thought that was kind of interesting. It led on a little interesting educational journey for the group of us this morning that were chatting about it. And yeah, I never thought I'd ever buy a Duplo set for myself. But I did. What was that?
But you did.
I did. Yeah.
And now you have a bunch of Duplo parts that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You're going to use to.
Well, and that was the thing.
Level up your castle.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'll put it into the castle. I mean, I do have the Duplo Janie lent me as well. I have used Duplo in the last little while, but yeah, I don't know what I'll actually do with the other parts in that set. Maybe I'll just keep them in a box and eventually sell that set off or something if I don't decide it's not worth it or not what I wanted. But anyways, might as well hop into the news since we're already here.
In the news.
Because we only have two of us, I had to add in.
Yep.
So the European Lego magazines that have been coming out for many years, and don't say chi. Okay, yes. Why is Yvonne saying hello? Hello, in uppercase. She's yelling at me. Why is she yelling at me? Anyways, Lego has had Lego magazines in Europe for a long time.
She's saying that's why she was saying
done. You can have all the extra Duplo pieces. I'm keeping the track though. Deal with it. No, I understand.
Hello. That's what she was saying. Hello,
Fair
Jeff.
Enough. So yeah, Lego has had these magazines in Europe that come with like little foil packs with a character in it or little mini builds in it. And the latest one is actually coming out in a paper bag. So Lego has said they're starting the conversion to paper. They were going to get it near the end of this year, beginning of next year. It will be phased out, I think, over 2 years or something like that. So they're starting it at least here. So I thought that was worth messaging or worth mentioning. And who would have thought the Lego set from 10 years ago or from 2018 would still be available? I guess there are other sets that were, anyways, just because I saw the train again and went, hey, wait, look at all that beautiful Duplo I'm going to give you fun. You can even have the top of the train engines because they'll go really well with nothing. Anyway, so we didn't mention this last week, the Lego house. Oh, and sorry, Axel, I did see your comment earlier on. I did thank Dave for running the show 2 weeks ago last week. But I will say it again. Thank you, Dave, by the way, for running the show when I was in Detroit.
It was a small but efficient show.
Yeah. So the weekend after that show, that trip to Detroit, Scarabäck Fan Weekend happened, and one of the things I forgot to mention was the Lego Duck that came out. That was given one per person attending the AFOL day at the Lego house. Little tiny working duck. When you turn the wheels, when you drive it on the floor, the beak opens and closes. On top of that, this is not a 3D. This is not a molded duck. This is a 3D printed Lego duck. Lego has got a
big 3D printer.
They've got some cool. They're playing with 3D printing tech. The technique known as selective laser sintering, which enables it to be manufactured relatively easily and cheaply, having moving parts that break open and closed when pushed. Oh, beak open? Anyways, the beak opens and closes. So basically, you can tell it's a rough mold. It's like well, here, let's get a little. You can tell it's a little rough looking.
You can tell it's 3D printed.
It's 3D printed, and the mention in here was that the arm hold here, or the hand hold here, is a little tighter than a normal bar would be. Again, 3D printed.
It's not Lego Precision,
Yeah, it does still have the Lego logo on it. It's got a Lego part number right under here, and there's the mechanism. So it's just like a crank with a little push rod, and here, if you let go of it, the beak closes because it rolls back to its natural state. But just giving an idea of this person's fingerprints. Just giving you an idea of how the beak opens and closes. The head pops up, I guess, really is what is going on. But I thought that was a really cool thing. These only went one per person, and they have made it out to the Bricklinks, and eBay areas, and are selling for well over $350. So yeah.
Seriously, why would you
really want a duck?
Why would you sell that? I mean, it was a gift to you by Lego, and
unless you managed to get more than one. Like if you and all your family were there, you would have got 4 or 3 or how many people you have, right? But still.
I mean,
yeah.
You get invited by Lego, you get a special gift from Lego.
And yes, they do, Axel. Educational stats stay along for a while. They have 4.5 and 9-volt computer controlled stuff in the same catalogs. Yeah, that's true. And the Duplo trains aren't actually educational now, but one of them was that bigger kit. But they are just regular store items for the one I bought for $83. So sometime next year, I might be able to play with that because it'll come in late next year. And if it does ship on the 28th, it's not going to get here to 2023. So anyway, okay, up next, let's see. Lego Ideas announced today Dungeons and Dragons branded building challenge. So Lego and Dungeons and Dragons are working together, and they've created a contest basically where you can design a small like Dungeon and Dragon type gift with purchase type.
No,
set
it's not a gift with purchase. It's actually a set.
A set. Okay.
You have to design a set, submit it on Lego Ideas.
Oh, to be released in the future.
To be released in the future under the Dungeons and Dragons license.
Awesome. Okay. It's detailed display model of your favorite character or monster, functional display model for players, dungeon masters, ultimate build with customized elements, all rooted in the Dungeons and Dragons world. So I know there's a lot of Dungeons and Dragons people that are going Yahoo. So you can submit an idea till November 14th at 6 a.m. Eastern. 1% of the total net sales go to the person who's designed it. 10 complimentary copies of that set, and credit in the bio and set materials, and Lego Ideas Dungeons and Dragons.
I think it's a great idea. My problem is it going to be just one set?
Well, hopefully not. But
Dungeons and Dragons, I mean, it's a whole.
Well, it's 50 years.
Whole universe. It's huge. It's very wide, very diverse, and if you're making just one set, dungeon masters are not going to use it to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, but we could think of all the characters that we could now get. Like
I know. What I'm saying is that we need more than one set.
I agree, 100%.
We need more than one set. I would definitely see like a modular types of sets that you could add and just create a whole universe.
And Axel was saying there was a modular designer dungeon room on Ideas, and it actually went to Bricklink designer program as well. But it was a huge thing, right? It was lots. I think it was one of the more expensive sets. So D&D
But
and
I'm thinking
Heather.
smaller, yeah, like
Yeah, like
modules.
little $25, like here's your next step in the thing, and you can just have different things. Well, I have obviously a few different
Yeah,
things.
you can
Oh, and this is a
spend
good
like
point too. The movie's coming out next year, I think, as well, or the year after. I can't remember. With Chris Pine, there's a Dungeons and Dragons movie coming out, so there could be some tie-in with
I
that.
didn't know
Also.
that. So
Yeah. Oh, watch that trailer. It is fun. I'm not a. I want to learn how to play Dungeons and Dragons. I bought a kit a while back during COVID, and I tried to play with it with my kids, but none of us have ever done it. So you kind of need someone that knows how to play the game.
yeah, you need a real dungeon master that
Yeah.
knows where he's going.
I was just a dum master basically at that point. I was like, I have no idea. Anyway, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well because hey, more castle type characters in the future.
Fantasy era.
To go with Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Daisy, which you are going in the castle, I tell you. That's the only reason why I bought that for the characters. Okay, next up.
Could you just have Bricklink them?
Yeah, but then I couldn't use that money to go with a gift for purchase. So anyway, speaking of which, I did order enough parts to get with that set to get another one of those gift for purchases, but it's not going to get to me until probably, I guess, with the actual.
Is it Ray?
Back
Are you gonna
order.
get
Yeah,
Ray?
Yeah, I got one with this thing. I got the just putting it back on. I got the Ray Castaway and the skeleton set, which they've qualified for the next order as well, but I won't get them till I guess that train gets shipped. So which is okay. Hopefully I know they tend to keep them as well, but
yeah.
So should be good. Anyway, Lego ideas. I knew there was a Lego ideas thing in here. So a few years ago, there was a contest for build something sports related for Lego ideas, and a foosball table ended up getting chosen. And as of yesterday, Lego was teasing this with on Twitter and stuff. So a couple of famous players, yeah, and versus your mates. November 1st, it's game on. So those are soccer players. There was also November 1st, plenty of time to start your training. There was a little video for that as well. So November 1st, we're getting this type of a foosball table, but updated because this is the Lego Ideas fan submitted idea. So they'll play with it a bit. So that could be interesting. I don't know. Not something I probably get.
But yeah, but Lego didn't have a lot of successes playing around with sports.
Yes.
But they did hockey. They did try their head on hockey. It didn't work out.
Soccer.
They basketball, soccer,
football. Let's be right. Let's not call it. Yeah, those aren't soccer players.
Football.
Ex-football players. Yes, sorry, foosball. I should have corrected that as well. Or
football.
Football. Yeah. So yeah, my bad, Axel. I do know it's football, and it should always have been called football. It's just the Americans decide to use the same name because, well, they're Americans. And any Americans watching, I was just being silly. Anyway.
Well, Jeff, we do have Canadian football also.
We do.
So
we do. But it's different, even though it's the same name. But anyway, Lego birthday offers coming soon. Want to receive a special Lego offer on your birthday? We want to celebrate you. Answer a quick survey. Tell us about your birthday month. It's easy. So it'd be interesting. I don't know what they would give you. You get 5 VIP points for doing the survey. So everybody jump on and do the survey. Do you really care?
It's free VIP points. So
yeah, 5 whole points.
They used to give like 100 points or 50 points for days.
This is a good point. You actually submit your birthday when you create a VIP account. So why are they even asking? But maybe they're just trying to get people to realize, hey, maybe this is something to happen. So yeah, it would
buy a Lego for your birthday. Buy a Lego for your birthday.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they gave you, if you ordered something on your birthday and you got a little gift with purchase, like a little birthday related set, then
yeah. Would you have to order on your birthday or before your birthday?
Well, I don't know.
Because if I'm ordering for my birthday, I want to get it on my
On my
birthday.
birthday, yeah.
And we all know, if you watch the show, you all know that Lego doesn't
Takes
deliver on time.
No. Well, I mean, if you order on your birthday, you're not going to get it for your birthday regardless. Even if they delivered perfectly fine. If I tell my birthday month now, October, happy birthday this month, Axel, will I get a gift? Yes, you get 5 free VIP points. There you go. Like, there you go. You get a gift. Anyway,
5.
so
Used to
we've
get
already
50.
talked about it already, but the gift with purchases, the Lego promotions for October,
Ray the Castaway.
which you had to spend, what was it, 150 Canadian? Yeah,
Yeah.
150 Canadian,
Yeah.
120 US. To get this, it goes from
$150, but just get one adult set and you're set.
pretty much, yeah. October 1st to 13th with purchase $150 or more. You can also get the Scary Halloween pack, which I showed you for VIP members when you spend $50 or more. From October 1st to the 15th, there's also a Lego Ninjago Lloyd mech suit, which I have a picture of below, for $40. If you like Ninjago and you want to get another Lloyd, because I don't know how many Lloyds there are in the world.
Lloyds.
And
it's Lloyd. No, it's Lloyds.
There's the Halloween gift set, which I do like. I think it's kind of got a lot of pieces. I've seen at least 3 skeletons, I think, 2 or 3 skeletons. And the pumpkins and stuff. So it was a cool little bag to get. I was happy to get that. Lloyd.
Lloyd.
There you go. Yes, Duplo train tracks and a Duplo train, $150 done quickly. So there is still that fruit stand, or that little. There was another gift for purchase that was available in Europe that we haven't gotten yet. So I'm hoping that comes out in the second half of the month.
But so we do have the Bricktober sets.
Yes, we do. And I don't have an article for that because we did talk about that in the past. But Toys R Us in Canada is running the Bricktober sets. So I think they're already probably into their second one tomorrow.
No, that they're still in the first week. So it's
but it probably switches over like tomorrow or Friday, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But what do you know what the dollar value is for those?
$80.
Okay.
So with an $80 purchase, you get one Bricktober. The first one was the pirate ship. I think it ends on Friday, and then it's spaceship time. So
cool. Sorry. And they're like little horse. They're little like amusement park ride, or the coin operated rides. Is what the premise is.
And they do move. They do have a crank in it.
Oh, do they? Okay.
So yeah.
I was drinking tea and somehow it sprayed on my face.
Is it Earl Grey?
It is Earl Grey. It's not that bad. I'm surprised. I was saying this morning or last night I found a box of Earl Grey tea in my cupboard, and no one drinks Earl Grey tea. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use
except Captain Picard, of course.
Except for Captain Picard, and that's probably why I bought it originally, because I'm like, oh, I wonder what this tastes like. And so it
doesn't taste good.
I brew my own iced tea because I do buy store-bought as well, like the raspberry flavored, but I brew my own because you get like I have a CPAP machine, so I always have distilled water bottles that are empty. So, boil some water, 2/3 cup of sugar, 4 iced tea bags or 4 tea bags in the pot, brew that for 4 minutes, dump it into the container, then do another brew for another 4 minutes of another container, and basically fill up a 2-liter bottle or 4-liter jug of iced tea. And it tastes okay. And I was like, oh, I have this Earl Grey. I'll give that a shot. Because Earl Grey is orange pico plus something else. I forget what they add into it. And
it's a little darker and it's a little bitter.
Yeah.
It's bitter.
And usually what I would do is good night, Steve. Thanks for popping in. Usually what I do is 3 tea bags of orange pico and then 1 of, like, I had some raspberry flavored. Just give it a bit of taste. And this time I was like, oh, I'll just do 4 Earl Grey. How bad could it be? And it wasn't bad. It's actually, you know what it is? It tastes a lot like brewed tea you get sometimes at some of the restaurants. Sometimes they use they use this one. So a bit of sugar in it. It's not too bad. Like, it's got enough sugar, not a lot, but it's got enough sugar in it that it takes away a bit of the bitter taste. But anyways, let's get back to the news. We'll talk about this again as well. The Bowser is currently available for sale. But Lego has added another gift for purchase onto the Bowser because I guess maybe they're afraid people are not going to buy it, or maybe they just have too much of these Super Mario kits. They're giving away a Yoshi yellow Yoshi fruit tree kit when you buy the Bowser.
Yoshi.
So if you want a Bowser, order it online. You can through Lego. You can get a little Yoshi Bowser, which you probably already have. If you like Bowser, maybe you already bought the other Mario sets. But anyways.
But I mean, you gotta get the Bowser. It's gonna be a dust collector.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of dust collectors, did you get this set yet, Dave?
No.
Okay. Why not?
Because, well, I was thinking of getting it if I got a new job.
No,
I didn't. So
now you're literally working in that building. So you don't need to build it because you're living.
Well, if I got a new job, I would have gotten a new office, and I would probably have
an office. New office.
No, I would have went to work, and now I just work from home.
Yeah.
On my current job, I don't need to go to the office that often.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I hear you.
So yeah, I'm putting it on hold. I'm still looking at it. I'm hoping that it will go on deep discount like the Queer Eye Fab 554 Love.
Yeah, 40% off. I don't know that this one will.
I think so.
I hope so.
I think so.
I might get it too.
Because I not right now, but a year from now, I think it's going to be on discount somewhere.
Yeah, well, yeah, eventually it will get on discount for sure. Yvonne's recommending other flavors of tea that I've never even heard of. Bergamot flavoring. Black tea I've heard of, but I have no idea what bergamot is. So, okay, Yvonne. I'm good with what I have.
Bergamot?
Bergamot? Bergamot? I don't know. Does that make any difference in French when you say it in French?
No.
No. So yeah,
that kind either. So
the October sets are all available now. The ones that have been released or mentioned. The Office was one of them, as we mentioned. Ads. Avatar sets. So there's the 4 Avatar sets are now available. There is
and I was someone posted some pictures of the new wheelchair.
Yeah,
and it looks quite good because it fits within
4 studs.
Within 4 studs. Yeah. So it's and the arms actually reach to the wheels, the big wheels. So it looks like a real wheelchair for once. So
that's what's in Earl Grey. I don't remember what was in the tea. Jeez, you're so rude today with your hello. That's what's in. See, now I have a voice in my head of like, oh my god, which is totally not my sister, but hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't know that. Anyways, I did know that because I read it, but I didn't remember that. So also
thank you, Yvonne, for enlightening us.
Yes, for smartening me up. Also available for Brick is the Brickhead Avatar sets. A couple of Duplo sets that don't have trains, so who cares? Although I do have animals and they are cute. The holiday Main Street is on sale now.
That streetcar. I'm sorry, Jeff, but that streetcar.
Yes.
Does it look like it's 8 stud wide?
It does look a little bit. No, because those are 3 stud windows. I know those windows now. But yeah, it is 8 stud wide. I think if you take into account the steps and everything.
So you could actually put
that on the Duplo.
Yeah.
The problem is that I think you probably have to at least go 10 or 12 studs to get around the whole body of it. But I'm trying to figure out, like, it's going to be really high up, right? Because you have to also put something on top of the Duplo studs, which would have to be
brick. But that's a typical streetcar. They're usually high up.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. Something to play with when we get it. Did you order one?
No.
Oh, Dave, you found it.
No, I wait a second.
While you're looking, the Matty Bowser is also available, and then the Office Idea set, which we mentioned, and then all the Black Panther sets came out as well. There's actually 6 of them here. which includes the Black Panther bust and the a keychain and a new set that was announced basically or leaked in Canada like a day before it came out or a few days before it came out. That's our next news article, so we'll look at that in a moment. And then the winter set, Penguin, Snowflake, and Christmas Tree, and the wintertime polar bears. Oh, you got... Hold on.
I got all these tracks here.
Are any of those, are they just straight and curve?
They're straight and curves only.
Any ups and downs?
Well, I do have some ups and downs.
Okay.
In
different colors. They don't come in gray, right?
Yeah, they do come in gray, but
not all.
And so I ordered these because I wanted to do a motorized kind of train or monorail or something like that. And I know that Jason Alleman did one, and I did download his plans, his instruction for it. So I'm holding off on another train project until I get this one done.
Gotcha.
Because I want to do a space train with these track eventually, but I haven't got around to it. So
you went with roller coaster track. I went with Duplo track. Oh geez. Anyways, Yvonne says she's jumping out of her car right now and might not. I'm trying to make it sound like we're losing connection, but she's getting into her car to go to work. So why don't we just be quiet for a second? Oh wait, we can't just do that. Anyway, so the other wrong one. Sorry. Woo-hoo! The other the Christmas sets, and then of course the Razor Crest, which came out for $650 Canadian,
$759.99.
See, that's how much I looked at it because I was like, I would love to buy it as a UCS set. I think it looks cool, but yeah, price is higher than that's like a castle and a half.
It's like 6 Galaxy Explorers
at the current Canadian pricing. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, and like I said, the Toys R Us Canada flyer revealed the missing Wakanda Forever set that we found out about on the 29th of September. And Lego followed that up pretty closely with the actual set images. So I just pulled it up here. So it's a ship with some characters. Interesting enough, I was watched on one of the streams that you don't have to buy all the Black Panther sets to get all the characters. There's like a few sets that overlap the characters. So you can buy 3 of the 4 sets and get all of the characters. So if you're into collecting all the different characters, then that's a little hint, apparently. Now, they didn't really say if all the prints were the same across all the sets, so it's possible there might be a print variation between them.
I gotta say, I'm not that all impressed with the Wakanda Forever sets.
The only one that Marvel... The only one that I kind of liked was not the bust.
And again, the bust is a dust collector, and because it's all black, it's gonna show that there's dust on it.
I'd be interested in getting this one.
Yeah. I did talk about converting it into a Blacktron ship.
But yeah, the Shuri Sunbird. Yeah, that would be a beautiful Blacktron ship as well. But this canopy isn't in trans yellow. But anyway, yeah. So I mean,
well, you can probably get it in transparent and Sharpie it.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, darn. I just added it. I went to go add it to my shopping list and added it to. I added it to my wish list, but if you don't check in the right spot, then, anyways, that gets added to the wish list. So yeah, then the last thing I have is just the what's new because we're at the end of the month or beginning of the month. We have some new parts. We'll go through most of this pretty quickly. Just a printed keyboard tile in black. I'm assuming.
Well, that's interesting because
it is. They've all been white.
We only got white or
and
dark
not
gray,
everybody
dark
has
gray ones.
Apple computers, people.
Most of the computer now are
black. Wait,
black.
Is that a Logitech wireless? Have we got the same keyboard? We do. Look at that.
Mine is in French. I have the French version.
Well, mine. Oh, fine. We have the same brand of keyboard.
Because I ordered this one because it was the only one on Amazon
In
that
French.
was wireless,
Oh
but
yeah.
it had the French.
And did you get the mouse with it? Did you get the
Yeah,
single dongle?
yeah, I got the mouse with it too.
When I bought my new computer back in January, my new laptop, I had to get one with a single dongle for both because I only have 2 USB dongles in the entire computer, which I think is totally silly. But anyways, um,
I actually bought that one for work purposes because they gave us this one,
so even Axel
which
has
is
a box.
which is a crappy HP
I'm running.
keyboard
I can't shut. It's wired.
that says cluck, 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 that
Yeah.
goes cluck, cluck, cluck when every time you hit a key. So, and it's not wireless. So
For the record, Dave would be very proud of us. Cowdice would be very proud of us because we have gone on so many tangents today.
hey,
I have
that's what makes a great show.
Yeah, exactly.
Tangents.
Anyway, so this cone is new in the Bowser, in the back of Bowser. There's some vinyl or some plastic sheets for the Avatar sets, a coffee cup, which I know has already been available, the wheelchair, which you were talking about, and the interesting thing.
It looks great. I think when it gets on Bricks and Pieces, I'm gonna order a few of those.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea for sure. I would definitely do that. All the Avatar figures and hair and more
which
hair.
We don't care about.
Torsos. Well, I mean, we care about to an extent. I think they're kind of cool, but I'll probably get one of the. I'll probably, if I were to buy an Avatar set, I get the one that has the ship in it and the building
and the wheelchair.
And the wheelchair. Yeah, I'd buy that set actually. If I was going to. And I probably would buy that one set because I think
probably would buy that set, but I would probably sell the Avatar figures.
Yeah,
because I don't care that much for them. I would keep the ship. I would keep the habitat and the wheelchair, and the rest would go.
This part I find pretty interesting, although I'm wondering how well it will straighten out, or if you can have it straight. I'm assuming it's going to have a natural bend to it.
Yeah, I think it's going to have a bend to it.
I think for like doing
maybe if you dip it in hot water for a while.
Yeah, maybe. But I could see myself buying a bunch of these on bulk just to have it for like wiring in buildings and stuff like that. Axel, I like your humor. After Dave dropped all that stuff, he's like, okay, back to cleaning, Dave.
Yeah. Well, it's mostly a container with all wigs in it. So
yeah. So this is the wheelchair tire, which at first when I saw this, I thought that was a regular Technic pin stud hole, but it isn't because looking at the wheelchair.
No, it's the small one.
Yeah, it's the small one, but it's just the angle of the picture. It just made it look a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was a tire.
But it's the tiny.
Yeah, it's the tiny bike tire / wheelchair tire that we currently have. But it is also smaller. It's a different design, I think, as well. So
that one.
Yeah, the small pin. Yes, agreed. Some recolors of some of the parts. Trans red antenna. Oh no, medium reddish violet. Trans dark pink. Oh, that's in the tree.
Pink. What would you need a pink?
Right, yeah. A lot of people are saying, I love the trees.
If you're making a friendship.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying they wanted to buy that tree set because they thought the tree looked so cool. And yeah, but what are you going to do other than that? Like, what are those parts going to be useful for? I don't know. I didn't really see the interest in it. But there is a new slope, a 2x3 curve slope that kind of jumped at me when I was looking through here earlier. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that one existed. So that's kind of interesting. That's like a brand new. As far as I know, that's a brand new mold specific for these sets. So, and I think there was one other part. I'm just whipping through these because hey, we're trying to make this show not so boring. The candlesticks in dark gray are new, by the way. And this part in glow in the dark white. Okay, not so much. Lego, please give this hair in like a tan color, please, because you've had it years ago and it's not available. And there's someone who uses this kind of hair for their sig fig. I mean, I guess I could technically go with gray, but it's not that gray yet. Anyway,
I'm gray, so I don't care.
Well, that's why. Yeah, I was gonna say that's why you're wearing a hat. But this piece looks
Well,
new to
just
me.
looking at my beard, you can see it.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting to get
Pretty
some gray.
good.
I'm getting a little bit of gray here on the sides, but because I'm blonde, it doesn't show up as quickly. So. Oh yeah, and there was this new support girder that's in trans clear. It's a half round with a 2x4 base. We had already mentioned that when we were looking at the sets a while ago. That's a 4x4 bow. I thought there was one more part that I thought was interesting. We're getting into the office printed parts, the stapler and Jello, which I got was a reference to The Office, but I've never watched The Office, so obviously someone's stapler got put into Jello as a joke.
It's actually in the very first episode, Jeff.
Oh, well, there you go. Maybe I should watch the first episode so I get it. Torsos. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is why I was thinking there was probably a couple of multiple ones because this is the Ironheart torso or the new Iron Man from Wakanda Forever, the girl who's playing Iron Man. By the way, there's a new trailer for Iron Man or for Wakanda Forever that dropped, and they actually showed the new Black Panther. I won't say who it is, but some of us know, some of us don't. And it doesn't actually say who it is, but you can tell it's not the original Black Panther because it's a different design and a different shape of suit. That's all I'll say.
Of course, that's going to be the original one. The actor died. Jeff.
Yes, of course. Okay, fine. I mean, they didn't bring. It's not a. It's a female Black Panther. Okay. Yeah, Ironheart's the scientist in the Black
Just
Panther.
follow the succession.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm just gonna. Steve posted a comment earlier, or Shane posted a comment earlier, and I'm just gonna pop it up. So, has the current economy affected your Lego spending? Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, this is a different message. Picked up the Avatar sets on the weekend, got a free gift purchase. Someone else had done it at the very beginning. Brick Maniac has joined us. Hello, how's everyone tonight? We are doing well. Well, I'm doing well, and Dave's red, so. Yes, a female Black Panther in the like in the comics. We won't say who it is, but it's pretty obvious, I guess, at some point.
Follow the succession.
There you go. Here's Steve's. I have not purchased any Lego since last year, with the exception of Bricklink Designer Bowling Alley. I've purchased lots of pieces to build my own mocks. So yeah, with the economy being the way it is, our mortgages are possibly going up, depending on how your mortgage is structured. But mortgage rates are going up, so chances are you're probably paying more to live. Has that affected your Lego spending? And by the way, I quickly built this green Lego dollar sign this morning. Realizing afterwards I probably should have made it white or red because then I could have got rid of the background. But I was working and I did this quickly in the studio. So it's good enough.
And it's the US dollar sign, not the Canadian one.
Is the Canadian got a single line?
Yep.
I didn't realize there was a difference.
Yep. That's the US one because it has two lines. The Canadian one has only one line.
I had no knowledge of this before now. So we have learned something.
There you go.
I don't know if is that actually when you put something in, how can I say it? If you're using a Canadian character set, you single, and if you're using an American set, it's double?
I don't know, but I do know that this is the official US dollar sign.
All right, so apparently I'm American this week to all of our American friends who aren't watching. Yeah, okay. So yeah, are you cutting back because of Legos, because of the economy, because of the way things are going? We may go in your recession.
Well, personally, not that. I did cut back, but it wasn't because of the economy or Lego prices. It was because I'm not that interested in the sets. That have been coming out lately. I did buy 3 of the Galaxy Explorer sets,
but that was because that was a want, right? And prices weren't as bad. I mean, what did I end up buying?
I think it was greatly priced. I think the Galaxy Explorer was a real hit in terms of price per piece and in terms of price in general for a Lego set.
Yeah,
I mean, $130 for that big of a ship and that big of a set. I mean, you can't go wrong. And you do have two alternative models that you can build, and Lego did provide you with the instructions. So
yeah,
I think it was a great great value for your
Yeah.
money. But
Yeah.
other than that, we mentioned the Razor Crest at
Yeah.
$760.
Yeah.
I love the Razor Crest. I did buy the original one, system one,
Yeah.
Lego set out,
Hmm.
and I do like the shape and the effort that they put and all the details that they put in this new one. But I'm
Yeah.
not gonna buy a $760 set. I mean, it's a if I would, it would be a divorce case in my house. So
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, so I mean, you talk about how there's not a lot of sets that you really want. I mean, considering that to get this gift of purchase, I bought a set on sale and a 4 Junior set that's been out for a while, and I only bought that to get it up to the right dollar value to get that gift of purchase. And I mean, I did want the figures, but like you said, I could have bricklinked them, but instead I bought the set to get those figures so that I could, do that. So yeah, there's not a lot available. There's a few sets that I would like. That one Black Panther set we were talking about, or that one, the Black Panther set, the
Razor Crest.
Avatar set. I never bought the original Razor Crest. I debated it, but it was a little too high, and it was like meh. So yeah, I mean, I can see that. I don't know if the economy's forcing that though. I think it's just the selection of sets right now. There's nothing that's like, oh, I must get that like right now.
Well, and we've seen Lego moving towards a more adult,
Yeah.
more producing more adult sets, going more for the adult collector or adult fan,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
But a lot of that
so
stuff.
and a lot of those sets are really expensive set. I mean,
Yeah.
upwards $250, $300, $400 for a set.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not gonna drop that kind of money for one set. I mean, one experience. I would rather put that kind of money towards a logbook holder or
Yeah.
a bricklink order. I mean, I would get a lot more parts for my buck. So,
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
and I would build things that I would like.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, parts. I have. Well, I haven't bought parts in a while. That's also just because Lego Bricks and Pieces hasn't had all those parts available. So I've put into a couple orders
yeah.
the past, like, since last month. I've done one order last month. I did one today, but I also haven't been building a lot though. Like I one of the reasons I did today's order was to get a few extra pieces that I would like to have for this to make it a little bit better connections here and there and stuff. But yeah, so on the chat, Axel's saying that he's looking closely at his comic Lego budget for sure. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I don't have a Lego budget in that I don't put aside money for Lego. I just kind of buy it and then afterwards go, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that, but okay, I'll just move the money. Like I'll put a little extra on my credit card or whatever to cover it. But probably not the best way to do it. But anyway, battery powered bricks. I tend to buy used much more than new. I keep spending more and more. YouTube is a good way to justify buying more than you need. Yes, this is true. Speaking of buying used, I'm going to show you something in a minute that I found and passed on to Dave. But anyways, battery powered bricks also said I would buy more new sets if the price wasn't so high. Yes, Lego raising the prices as well doesn't help.
Yep.
So it's kind of a combination of
Definitely.
the economy being the way it is,
definitely
Lego raising up the price, and Brick Maniacs
and for pure greed reasons.
Yeah. As Dave, you told us last week, and that was a good rant. I do agree, and I love that rant. But anyways, divorce. In my case, it would be much worse. Haha, probably get smothered in my sleep. Oh, geez. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It all depends if you tell your wife right away or you try to hide it. If you try to hide it, you're gonna be smarter in your sleep, definitely.
And it was expensive before the price hike, and now it's even worse. And
yeah.
And again, for me, I see this shelf up here of sets. I've got a couple of sets sitting around, like these ones. I bought Real Canadian Superstore, our grocery store chain, had a couple of the Harry Potter sets for 50% off with a couple of the books. So I bought those. They're sitting on a table because I don't have room up here to put them. And it's like, oh man. And my sister is saying it hasn't changed her Lego spending. She's still spending as much as she was previously because she couldn't afford it before and she can't afford it now. Fair enough. But you are going to get some free Duplo in the next year.
And you did buy a new car.
Yeah, you did.
Yvonne.
Yes.
So,
yes, for sure.
Even
so,
if there's our mouse in it. So
yes, the mouse. Yeah, I hope the mouse is gone because she had a mouse underneath the hood of her car. If the mouse isn't gone yet, it will be soon once the temperature gets down. But yeah, get rid of all the leaves that are under there too. Someone mentioned. I think Dave might have. Yeah, woohoo Duplo. How can you physically hide the Razor Crest box? You need a crawl space or something like that. Just set it up and put it in the back shed or something. And
yeah, you don't.
I'm gonna go to the back shed and
don't hide things from your spouse. You need her in your corner.
Oh, and the mouse is gone. He wouldn't pay the deposit. Good. Okay. I was gonna say, worst case scenario, you could just throw your cat under the hood for a few days. But no, don't do that.
No, don't do that. Well, and to get back to on topic here, the economy isn't affecting my current budget because unfortunately my mortgage payments I have a flexible plan, so but I pay the same amount.
Yes, mine's
every 2 weeks. So it's the changes in the mortgage in the interest rates. It's just affecting my terms right now.
Yeah, how long
instead of pay? Yeah, how long I have to pay. So
your retirement age, basically.
And I have last I checked, I have like 6 years left to pay. So
I'm jealous. I'm pushing 10, 20 years, maybe. Like just shy of 20 years. But I just bought this house in 2015.
Yeah,
so I had to restart from the beginning. But it has shown me,
and you're paying it alone. So.
And I'm paying it alone, yeah. So I'm not paying as much as I could, but it has shown me, like, realizing that, like, I think before the interest rate started going up, I would be retiring it. Or my mortgage would be paid for at about age 63, 62, 63. So that's basically that's the point where I could probably start to retire or consider it. And now it's like age 67, I think, because the rates have gone up. So I think when the rates start to drop, I'm going to start putting a little bit more into the mortgage payment as well, just to, assuming I can afford it and not buy as much Lego. I don't know. But
or
yeah,
sell those Lego in the shelf.
When I'm looking at the, because I track it every week or every couple of weeks just to see how the mortgage payment's doing and how much of it is going to interest and stuff. And it was during COVID, it was probably like $100 of every $600 or $700 I put in went to interest, and now it's like $400 or $500 or $300 or $400. So it's like half of it, and it's got up like 3% type thing over the period of time, or whatever the math is. So I'm like, oh my god, like if that rate jumps any higher, like at some point, if that rate goes up higher, you're actually going to be putting no money into your mortgage, and it's all going to interest. And then at that point, you're going to be going into a negative balance every time. So it's like, wait,
but before that, your bank is going to ask you to
renegotiate
your payments, to up your payments just to compensate for their higher interest rates.
The crappy thing is my mortgage rate is due for renewal next summer, so I might get screwed when that comes around. But
probably every study every study they did shows that people who do get flexible rates tend to pay less interest than
because you're paying whatever the going rate is. So if it drops again, then we start, like, if someone locks in their mortgage rate right now, right,
and
if it goes
drops
up
in 2 years,
but in the next 5 years, it's probably going to go back down again because they can't keep it that high forever, hopefully. So at that point you're going to be saving some money being on a variable rate. But so let's talk about mortgages. I guess that does kind of tie into what we're talking about, right?
It ties in. But one thing that has been hitting hard here is the cost of food, because I have 3 children,
Yeah.
15-year-old, 11-year-old, and a 6-year-old, and they eat a lot.
Yes.
And
Inhale is a better word.
food is like crazy. It's been going up like crazy. If you want, well, if you at the very least, if you're into buying fresh vegetable, fresh fruits,
Exactly.
meats, you're gonna pay a premium right now, and so that's, I think that overall has it are my budget more than.
And just that led me back to one of our original conversations about going to the post office to mail stuff. My post office is just like literally across the street from the grocery store I use. So that's why I go to the post office 2 or 3 times a week, because every 3 days or so I go to the grocery store to get more fresh salads and fruit and stuff, right? Because I am trying to eat healthier type stuffs.
Well, you're trying to be a good parent, and
well, yeah, exactly. Well, my kids don't eat the vegetables I buy anyhow most of the time. But for me, it's like strawberries and watermelon and stuff I have for my breakfast, or have with breakfast. I have a little bit of fruit with breakfast. And salads at lunchtime is usually what I end up doing. So, but yeah, salads are only good for 2 or 3 days when you're buying it, right? Like, and I buy the pre-made salads. I know they cost more, but then I don't have to make it. And when I'm working and stuff, I can just grab it, put the stuff in, and if I have to go back to work, I can, or I can just go sit on the couch and watch TV for a little bit. But why waste my time anyway? So yeah, we did.
Yeah, but I'm personally, I'm wondering if Lego jacking up the prices and everything getting increase in prices because of inflation, because of interest rates, because of and I'm wondering if that is going to affect Lego revenues. Lego.
Well, it better, except for the fact that they just raised their prices, and we won't even get into that again. But like I would expect to see Lego's profits drop.
Because I'm wondering, where's the tipping point? Where is it gonna become that Lego is too expensive for most families? Because that's what you're aiming for. You don't want. I mean, Porsche is not the number one selling automobile maker in the world.
True.
Because it only sells to the most rich and
because they're silly expensive, like Mercedes.
They're silly expensive. So your market is that big. But if you're like Ford or GM or Toyota, and you're selling the average car at the average price to average person, well, your market is this big. So you're going to sell a lot more cars. You're not going to make that much of a profit on them. But being a numbers game, if you get sell a lot of cars, you're going to get a lot of profits. So I'm wondering, where's the tipping point for Lego? How much is a set going to cost? That at what point is it going to be too much expensive that people are not going to buy it?
Yeah. So your car analogy was pretty good, except for there is a car shortage right now too, so that doesn't help us. That's as much. But yes, I agree. I wonder how other toy prices compare to Lego over the years. I would say Lego's been pretty stable. I mean, Lego hasn't done price increases for a very long time. Their part per piece has usually been around 10 cents American-ish.
And it's been
for a very long
10
time.
cents for a very long time. So
yeah. And nowadays you walk into a store and I don't think I remember Hot Wheels used to be $1 or $2 or less, for a car. And I'm pretty sure they're more expensive than that these days and stuff. I don't have any kids for data points. Yeah. I mean, I think stuff like Lego's had a consistent run. And I think most toys come in and out of a cycle, right? Like, the Buzz Lightyear toys, for example, for the movie, they're pretty much out of the stores now. But when they were in, they were a certain price point or whatever. And I'm guessing that if you had brought that Buzz Lightyear toy out back in, when Toy Story came out originally, it would have been a lot less than that.
Yeah.
So, So I think Lego has been very good with being consistent all these years, and we shouldn't really complain about them going up a small percentage over for the first time in how many years. You know, ideally, they've kept their prices really good, I would say.
Yeah.
Now they have now got smaller parts, so you might get 300 pieces in a set. But if you look at what 300 pieces came in a set back in the 80s, 90s, compared to the same pieces in that set now, the pieces are a lot smaller. Yeah.
That was like a $30 set back in the days.
Yeah. You wouldn't get that for $30 now.
You wouldn't get that for $30.
No. But
you would get like
by piece count, how many pieces? What is that? That's the 918, right?
No, 924.
Then 924. Oh yes, sorry. Okay, now I see it now. Please don't shun me, internet, for getting that wrong. Brick set 924. So yeah, let's just look at that for a second. How many pieces are in the 924? 170 parts. So what Lego set is 170 parts right now?
I don't
know. That would be like
they're smaller police car, probably.
This is that's not a cheap one. Sorry, because I had the Wakanda sets up here from earlier because I was looking at something. Here's the Black Panther set, which is $24, and it's 120, or it's at 202 pieces. So what did I say the other one was? 130?
Yeah.
So under that. So what are the police cars? Well, here, why don't we just do this? Home, shop, price ranges, under 25. This will give us an idea. $16 set. How many pieces are in here? 312. So that's even bigger because they're all small parts.
Well, yeah, like you said, they're all small parts. You wouldn't get that big of a ship.
Yeah. So here's 139 parts for $12.99. So I mean, technically, from a piece count, this is a lot cheaper, but it's also a lot smaller and stuff. So yeah,
it's a lot smaller.
170, not 130. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Axel. Canceled. Yeah. Anyways, but it gives you an idea. Like, I mean, this is not a Galaxy Explorer. It could be, it's not quite a piece count of Galaxy Explorer, but I mean, the flowers, $16.99. How much are these? These ones probably are a lot of parts. $191. So there you go. $16 set, $17 Canadian set. Roughly the same length as a Galaxy Explorer, as a 918, 924, maybe.
Probably.
But I mean, a lot of small parts. So, I guess Lego has done sizeflation over the years, where they're just sizing things, making things smaller.
A lot of companies have been doing that. For the last years, because it's instead of increasing their prices, they're gone and either
reduce the size,
reduce the quantities, or that's how they maintain their prices.
Cool. Sorry, I said cool. I had a person order a bunch of parts from me today, just before the chat, and it was like 200 or 300 parts, and I'm like, yeah, I can't fill this by tonight, because in my store I say I ship orders on Thursday morning, so it's like I will ship it though Friday morning. But anyways,
but you won't get free shipping.
Oh, here we go. The Spires Robo Guardian was $360 for 36, or 360 pieces for $36. Yeah. So, and the Wakanda Forever set was, what was that one again? I'm horrible, eh?
I don't remember.
Shuri Sunbird, $64. No, that was the wrong one. Back. Come on. Forward. Thank you, Dave. Sorry. I forgot. It should just automatically.
We're both doing production on this.
We are. Thank you. So yeah, the Black Panther, this little ship, which I bought the set and I haven't actually built it yet. That's only 200 pieces, and it's $24. So, I mean, when we say the the pieces are smaller. That's because molding is better as well. They can make smaller pieces and stuff. And
But they're
honestly,
using less plastic.
they're using less plastic, but at the same time, I think they're making better products because now you have better, smaller details, right?
Yeah,
Because you have those
they're
smaller
more
pieces as
detailed,
well.
but it's
Yeah.
smaller things. For the same price, you get smaller things.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, we could probably do a show about that, right? Is Lego the same price as that it used to be? Like, is that truly thin? And we'd have to do some research and stuff. We'd have some homework.
Jeez. More homework.
Who wants to do homework anyway? So
maybe you could do a spreadsheet.
Oh, okay. Oh wait, you just volunteered me to do all the homework. So, but anyways, I think we'll call it a night. We're an hour 35, and we could probably talk a lot more about this, but maybe we can save it for another night, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, we'll call it a night.
Leave a comment.
Yes, leave a comment.
If you're watching this afterwards and you have a comment, leave a comment.
Yeah, especially about like in regards to the economy and has it affected your buying habits and stuff. I mean, like I said, for myself, not necessarily. I think it's more just the fact that I have too much sets to build. That's affecting my buying habits really. And then he buys a Duplo train, which is like bigger Lego. Anyways,
trains.
But that I think that'll be a fun project. So, Axel Plate is saying, well, Tristan, which means good evening, good night. Talk well is actually what it means, I believe. Yeah. But yeah, we'll end the broadcast. I'll click on the button. So we'll talk to you guys later and see you next week.